starting. Hello, my green skins, and we are playing some Daggerfall. Hello, boys. Welcome to Space Geeks. We are late. We're sorry. I slept in. My bad. And today we have DJ Ronnie, we have Bob, and we are going to be talking a little bit about a fun game, our fun franchise. We're going to be talking about the absolute blast game, a movie series, and well, not a movie series, a whole series. I kind of like
book series, movie series, video game.
It has everything. This has everything. That's the great thing about Starship Troopers. But we're gonna wait a little bit. Let's get some life back into the channel, and let's start Daggerfall Uncut while we're starting. First of all, great game. I'm gonna play easy because I'm a little bit.
That's not Daggerfall. That's Dragonfall.
Dragonfall. I was gonna say Daggerfall. So
that's not Elder Scrolls.
Boy or girl? Hello, boy or girl, boys?
Woman.
I'm gonna roll D4.
You play Woman.
Okay. Let's see. What do I want to? You know what? I'm gonna go with because they're what has the higher intelligence? That's the question. They're 999.
Okay, good. I got Mr. Dubois' Dubois' point on value. I just want to make sure I had that one set aside because it's one of my favorite parts of the book when I read it the first time.
Yeah. So we're going to be playing a rigger today because we're going to be talking about Starship Troopers.
I envy you people.
What?
You can read.
I have a robot reading for me. I can't read. I'm completely illiterate.
Yeah, no kidding. We're all illiterate.
I just fake it until I make it.
Cheap. You've got that early onset dyslexia.
Onset? Been around for a long time.
It arrives with your age.
Oh no, it's been here forever. So we're gonna want to, for a rigger, we're gonna definitely want his. Oh, we don't want close combat. Ugh.
Is that
we are not
the tech head?
Strong. Yeah, we are not going to be strong at all. Rigger, we're going to want our drones to be our biggest asset in this game. You're going to want
bang.
Yeah, we want as many drones as possible. Like the whole point of being this guy is that, and then we're going to be probably focusing on either shotgun. You know what? We're going to be a shotgun belt. You know what? Let's be. I was thinking shotgun, but I'm thinking pistol maybe. Big question. Pistol or shotgun? You know what? I'm going to do a shotty.
Why not both? Get a revolver or a snake shot. Pistol shotgun.
Yeah. There we go.
Either that or a 28 gauge judge.
Yeah. Let's say we're going to be a RT Looter. RT Looter. That's going to be our character's name. Because we be doing a lot.
Yo, what up, RT?
RT Looter, yeah. The Shadowrun names are so easy. I kind of love them. He just like makes up at random. I love this game, by the way. Really good looking game.
Honestly, having a name like Bob the Marauder in a cyberpunk setting, it would just probably be Bob the Sam.
No, you still be Bob the Marauder. There's nothing wrong with that in this setting.
Okay, because I'm still thinking it's like there's no more brand name, like a blatant brand name, Bob the Marauder and Street Sam. Like literally just being an edge runner called Street Sam.
Yeah. So I'm a little sad about this game as a whole. I don't know if you've played this one, DJ, but I'm a little sad because it's the last time I found the half hair attractive.
Oh yeah.
So
Back when it was a cool, fun chick, and not one that would bitch you out.
yeah. Like, hello, Arus. Welcome. We are going to start talking about Starship Troopers in a bit. We are just
what up?
heading up.
Yeah. You guys will have more of the book knowledge. I'll have some bits of the general philosophy on top of DJ.
We'll have a lot more knowledge on that one because it's. Oh my lord! Well, I'm probably the guy who's watched the most on the lore for Starship Troopers. It's I was actually going to.
The hard part is trying to find a reputable source for Starship Troopers. That's the hardest part. Outside of reading and remembering the book.
Yeah. Grab the rest of your kit. Grab your weapon.
Commies love Starship Troopers so much.
So we got ourselves our little droney buddy. Come on, boy.
What's his name? His name
is Pepe.
Okay. Good. You always name your little buddies.
Yeah. We call him Pepe. Actually, if he's got a cannon on him, I'm gonna call him Pepe Le Pew.
You know what the funniest part about naming everything Bob is if somebody ends up taking over my drone system, they won't know which drone is which, only I will.
Yeah.
That was the funny thing in Monster Hunter Rise. All my buddies, specifically the canines, were named Bob. So it's like, alright, so I'm sending you buddies out to go scavenge for materials. Bob, and Bob, you go. Second team, Bob, and Bob, you go. Third team, you three Bobs, you'll do fine. Best part is they know exactly who I'm talking to.
I kind of liked Monster Hunter. That was not a bad like. Vase is coming with me. I get your point.
Speaking of which, my buddies were saying, "Hey Bob, we need help. We're trying to fight Omega." And I was like, "Oh fuck, I gotta tell them I'm on a live stream right now."
Yep. It's gonna be one of those mornings. Yeah, it's a fun thing. We got a couple people here. That's good. We're gonna see a couple more, and we'll get started on the Starship Trooper. Till then, I'm gonna be Mr. Shoddy with my body.
Yeah.
A good old RT looter. And I just
honestly, that's the first SDUs I put my credits into in Borderlands. It was pistol and shotgun ammo. Didn't matter which Borderlands it was. Pistol and shotgun ammo 24/7 on top.
Oh, shotgun?
Obviously the first one you do is the backpack. Like, upgrade your backpack storage space. That's a given. But when it comes to weapons, it was pistols and shotguns. That's because shotguns just became one of the best all-arounder weapons in any of the Borderlands.
Yeah. This character I kind of like. She's like more glory. She's more machine than person. That's actually kind of cool.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, and then we're gonna put him aside to declare
my kind of person.
He's a shaman, so he's gonna be useful for when I add. Like, I'm gonna be using him a lot.
You going with Bear Totem for that health?
No. He's I'm not. He's not my shaman. My character is RT Looter.
Oh, these aren't like guys you control. They're kind of like NPCs in a way.
Yeah. So we're gonna cast on her. Why can't I activate my drone? What the hell? Is it being stupid? I can't. Oh, is that drone? There's drone.
You need to learn that you can have a gun and you can shoot with gun. I
There.
think tutorials railroad you through that shit. It's also funny whenever games are like, hit this button to jump. Is like, yeah, I think anybody who's played games for a while would know what the jump button is. And if they really don't know, they'd press every button and figure out what it does, or they'd pause it and go to options controls to see the controller or mouse and keyboard layout.
Yeah, no, this is the version where they I keep forgetting that they changed the this is the updated version that they changed the control function. So certain things that each character does isn't in this version, unfortunately. So I got to be very careful. I'm hoping to. I'm in a pincer shit, and this guy's one of my guys is gonna get flanked like you wouldn't fucking believe. So I'm just trying to be very careful. Yeah, but yeah. See, that's what I was worried about. My drones gonna start getting popped here. Okay, let's go to Droney. Droney the Berdroney. We're gonna want to hit this guy. I want to hit that guy. Now this is where I get into the fun of running into combat like a psychopath. So I want to make a...
Let's hope this doesn't have some XCOM bullshit. 99% chance to hit. Miss, miss, miss.
No, this game's not so bad.
Honestly, I really wish. I'm probably. They're pretty. Can I get my words out today? Jesus. I'm pretty sure there's already a mod out for XCOM that either fixes it to where the numbers are more accurate. So instead of saying 99 miss, it's more like a 64. Yeah, or it just fixes it outright and goes with the exact number that it dictates. I'm sure there's a mod for XCOM that's already out there.
They're dead.
Though, I mean, hell, one of the coolest moments I had playing XCOM with a buddy, and I know, single-player game, playing with a buddy, it was pass the controller around. He has his two guys, and I have my two guys. That was kind of the way we played.
Yeah.
And one of the best moments was, what do they call that class with the guy with the melee weapons and the shotgun? What is that class? Because I know you had like the scout sniper, you had the commando. Either way, the shotgun guy. I had one who was like an old Russian guy named Ivan. Ivan DeBill. He had, and like this added to the lore because this was XCOM 2 and they had like those riot guards. And Ivan had an unnatural fear of the riot guards. So it was like, oh, Ivan fears the Gulag Guard. Ivan's not fond of the Gulag Guard. But we hit him with one of those microchips that increases willpower. So one time he actually saved against a fear check with one of those riot officers and blasted him to bits with like a shotgun. It's like, yes, Ivan overcame his fear.
Yeah.
I will no longer be prisoner in Gulag. You go to hell.
Yeah, well, we should talk about XCOM one of these days because that is an actual interesting gaming franchise. I wouldn't mind actually seeing if I could get a copy of some of the games, but I don't know if they. I don't know if they'd run. They're pretty busy. Like I'd actually love to run XCOM on the XCOM on not Switch, the Xbox 360, the Bureau XCOM.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also do gotta apologize for the vocal diarrhea I spouted earlier about Ivan. I could not get my words together.
No problem. Oh, XCOM. I liked XCOM, but yeah, I agree with you. XCOM is fucking stupid. I don't know, DJ. Did you play XCOM at all? Vaguely. Eh?
So basically, no.
Oh, okay. Well, man, hey, man.
The name sounds familiar. What is it, FPS?
No, it's
yeah,
actually similar to this gameplay that Shadowrun is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this grid-based strategy game.
Yeah. I think Man's game.
Yeah. Like
XCOM 2 was one of the more known ones. I think that was the most recent one that came out.
yeah.
That was one me and my buddy played back in the Navy. I know he went for the psionic person, but I forgot the one that I got. I forget if it was like the mech suit or if it was some other mutant or species. I can't remember. But I remember in XCOM 2, no matter what difficulty you're on, psionics was broken. Because you could hold a shield up to block just about any amount of shots and one-tap an enemy as like a counterattack with the damage you received. And also do a little blink dash with the psionic powers to get that close to an enemy. Yeah, the psionic was pretty busted for what they were. And that was just their basic kit. That's before you even specialize them.
Yeah, I'm forcing this guy to come in and attack me, so that should be a little more. Oh, he healed, frick.
I remember with his scout sniper, he did the revolver build.
Yeah.
Rather than focusing on the rifle, and Ivan was focused on the shotgun more so than his melee weapon.
Oh,
Either that
shit.
or I made him balanced. I forget what I did with Ivan. But Ivan had a fucking look. He was wearing like one of those World War II Russian tanker helmets. It almost looks like a leather flight cap with the ridges on it. He had an eye patch and an Oni mask, so all you can see is like his one good eye. Yeah, I made Ivan a fucking character.
Oh, Ivan.
And he was an old man too. I wanted to make him look as old as possible. Old, sour Russian grandpa.
I think that's what they literally have fighting the war right now in Ukraine. Or they create a lot of war, I think. They give him like financial. They give him like a financial incentive or something, you know. But
I'd say a gun to the head's quite the financial restitution.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
nothing always works.
Can't believe you lost control of it. Hopefully the AI is stupid enough to pick that fight. The AI actually will be. There we go. Sometimes when you have a summoned spirit, the reason I summon another spirit is because the AI might be like, oh, there's there's a spirit in a spirit, so it might actually not focus on me, which would be kind of interesting. I'm trying to get a fight amongst the spirits going, because that will actually save me some trouble.
Ghost battle for Halloween.
Yep. Question is it going to do that? Yeah, there it is. They're fighting amongst themselves. That's what I wanted.
Ghost battle.
Yeah.
That's what I call some spooky sparring.
Yep.
Some real poltergeist pugilism over here.
The problem is now I got one spirit I can't get rid of because it's on the field, and it's like, fuck. Yeah, I'm having fun with this one. This tells you how bad this game can get. I'm actually getting like problematic. Oh, did it finally? Oh, good, it despawned. Whew.
Actually, Chief, how does that spirit system work? Is it like a spirit of a random dead person that happens on the street, or is it like an ancestor?
There are 4 types of summonable spirits, and I don't know if you guys can see here. I'll zoom in. What we're talking about this. You see this little flash of liquor of light right here, although everything bouncing around here? That could be a potential spirit. You'll see it on the chat. I'll be zooming in.
Oh, is it above the glass case?
Yeah, that could be a potential spirit. What that means is I can summon it. Now, that could be anything. That could be the corpse of something that's like you bring back the dead that's been there. It can be based off trauma. It has a whole system that is very fascinating.
Okay. Seeing how it's in a glass case of supposed artifacts and or weapons, I'd imagine it's a memory linked to those items.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of anything. The problem is like I said, that system is so advanced. It's one of those like advanced systems you'll be playing. But yeah, no, I'm having one hell of a problem with this one today. Okay, so I'm moving my drone in again. And there we go. Because my drone's got this fucking cannon on it. I don't know if you're seeing all the damage my drone does.
Hey, Chief, can I make a proposition for the second drone's name? Bob.
There we go. Everyone's fully healed, luckily. Okay.
There's something about that drone. It reminds me of the mouse droids from Star Wars on the Death Star.
Yeah, because it's right here, this little flicker stuff. If I use the shaman character, I might be able to summon another spirit if he has that capability. They can get broken if there's enough spirit energy. You can summon a lot of spirit. Just keep summoning if you have the high enough charisma. It's all based off your charisma and your willpower. So not only do you have to convince it by having a conversation. Remember, these are sanctioned creatures. You also have to have the conversation of, the other stuff, like the other big things you can do. So you not only are you talking to the spirit, you have to have the mind power to make so that it listens to you. Because if it doesn't listen to you, it doesn't matter how charismatic you are. So it's kind of one of those things, yeah. And there's always
think about it. The last place I would want it to run into a poltergeist is like a medieval history museum. Imagine a fuck ton of swords, axes, and maces just flying at you. Oh, that'd fucking suck. I don't know, because the setting you're in, it looks like a museum to me, so I'm just thinking medieval history museum.
Yeah, I am in a museum.
So I'm making a video commemorating Trump's visit to Japan, and it's a YouTube short. Would anyone be bothered if the U.S. flag was on the bottom of the image or something? Because, I'm not trying to, say we are bottom, but I don't know. I'm just trying to find a way to make everything look aesthetic,
Bob, you're Bob. It's you. I somewhat hate Trump because I'm Canadian, but I hate him because of tariff shit. I technically blame my own. I blame my own prime minister for that bullshit. But
yeah, what I'll say, if you can, because are you trying to get both the American flag and the Japanese flag for this meeting?
I think I would do them side by side with the American flag in the top left corner and the Japanese flag on the top right. But I also, now I'm looking at the American flag on the top and the Japanese flag on the bottom looks good, but I don't want to piss off any Japanese people who might feel that
try to
statement.
Keep them on the top.
No,
Those colors are never to touch the ground.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, true. Okay, so it's aesthetic as I like it now. It's like I'll have to just figure out later on how to edit the flag wave, because the flag waves are synchronized, so it's like they're both waving, but they're waving the same way. I could probably fix that though.
Yeah. But yeah, that goes for any country. Colors are never to touch the ground. I don't care what country, even if we're at war with you, still respect your colors.
Yeah. And I thought about putting the Japanese flag to the left, but they might not mind it because if it's on the right, because they read it from right to left, I think, so it might work out.
You're like 2 layers too deep, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we got ourselves a corpse here. Like, man, did they shock her fast. Yeah, she got fried, and now we're fighting units here. You gotta keep units alive. Yay, that's great.
Hello, Garth.
Hello, Garth. Welcome.
Greetings,
We are talking about Starship Troopers while I play one of the great games out there. Good old Shadowrun. Shadowrun Returns Dragonfall. Sorry, I keep on saying Daggerfall.
Well, we haven't technically started the Starship Troopers talk. We're
waiting for more people to show up. That's why I was
just biding some time.
Yeah. That is my game plan right now. We're just going to be talking about stuff for a quick sec, and then I'm going to wait for people to show up, and when people show up, there we go. And I'm just I'm using one character's healing items a lot because they give you a lot of healing items for the beginning stage. And so I'm going to use the fuck out of them. And why he's having such a hard time casting spells beyond me today. It's like, do I got to be in here? Is that what's causing the issue? Alright. So I guess we have enough time. Dispatch just came out. Yeah, I've actually a lot of good things about that game.
I was seeing some of the shorts. A lot of the conversations seem rather organic.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? This humanizes heroes more than comic books try to do. But it's probably because, I don't know, you're in the same room as them.
Yeah.
I'm a little different when it comes to the visual media as opposed to the literary media. Because, sure, comic books have images, but those are still images. To where you can see character reactions and all these different things, at least in things like Dispatch. And one of the realest things was the conversation that the main character has with the... it's kind of like the Flash, but because his power is super speed, but it acts like the haste spell in D&D. Every time the guy taps into his power, he ages really fast. So he's like an old black guy that almost looks like Einstein. But him and the main character kind of just have dark jokes amongst each other. And it's just the way they cope. And it's like, dude, that's fucking relatable. I can relate to that as that. I've had conversations like that with some of my brethren.
Yeah, I kind of like the... I kind of like it. I wouldn't mind if they... Oh, well, this is great.
Also, it's not full price. It's $30. That's the real good part about it. It's only $30.
Oh, okay. So I'm getting a system...
How's it coming along, DJ?
Oh yeah, it's coming along. yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, because I'm distracted with this game. I actually might switch games because this game is super distracting.
I'll say, I know you're the chief, but soon I'm going to start having to crack the whip.
Yeah,
I
I
was just
know.
framing the backdrop between the two flags. I'm going to put the banner up of there. It says peace, peace through strength.
Yeah.
Okay. So while he's doing that, I'm going to just.
I got my reference material up on my right screen.
My only pet peeve is you can legit like. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to exit the main menu. Save and quit. We are going to switch games because I will be totally distracted while playing this, and I feel that it's not good for you guys. Because I do love this game. That game's one of those games where I get really invested. Especially the Hong Kong one. The Hong Kong one's going to be one I'm going to have a hard time playing through. All right, so let's get ourselves another game. Am I having that problem again where this is doing that? Yeah, I am. Fuck off. Fuck off, GOG. We could do some costume quest again. We were playing that quite a lot. Yeah, let's put the costume quest up. That one was fun for everybody. Okay, so Starship Troopers. Okay, we can sit down. We got enough people, so we got enough more people. We got enough people to actually start talking. Okay. So our first thoughts of the book series. Now the book series is quite interesting because the creator of Starship Troopers was
A serviceman.
You have the name?
Oh, Robert Heinlein, the soldier.
Yeah, he's a soldier Starship. Hold on here, I'm getting the Starship Trooper.
I want to say it's Robert H. Heinlein, but I'm making up middle names here.
Hold on, Google's being stupid. I think, Robert H. Heinlein is the creator of Starship Troopers. A well-known sci-fi writer for the time. He's actually did a lot of sci-fi stuff back in the day. And actually an overall fun individual when it comes to a lot of his he's very similar to that, where he had a lot of interesting books over the years. I won't go through his Wikipedia because he has his own Wikipedia page. Okay, born in, I believe Starship Troopers was, I'll give you his bookology right now. An American, man, he stayed alive for a long time.
I see him talking in the 1960s at like a Comic-Con or something like that. I mean, they didn't have Comic-Con, but whatever they called it. And he had some interesting views on war and basically given the reason why you maintain a military and stuff like that. And he had some people booing him, and he's pretty cool about how he handled it.
Yeah. Like, he was one of the guys who did the space adventure books. He also did the Galaxy space fiction. Now, keep in mind, back in the day, before the hippie movement kind of became a stupid, retarded thing that now is pretty much needs to be wiped off the proverbial floor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm honest about it. That movement has become such a problem for us as a human.
Well, you can only get so far dropping LSD and protesting the Vietnam War.
Yeah, that's the problem. So here's the thing about Starship Troopers as for those who are fans of the thing, he had a way of looking at Starship Troopers that other people didn't. And he's one of those guys I actually kind of liked for his interesting thoughts when it came to a lot of stuff. Like he did a whole bunch of different stuff. And he was wild how often he got treated kind of like now people look at his stuff, oh, his books are this, his books are that. It's like, no, his books were never really that. Anybody who believes his books were anyone who believes he was some sort of over the top militant is kind of missing the point of his books.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looked at it as a perspective of, okay, how would this look like in a fantasy setting if we did what we did, you know? Like how would this look if we, you know, we went complete militant? And that kind of his thought process with his book stuff. And he would do a lot of sci-fi stuff like this. He's not as good as a well-known man of the. I'm playing a president. I believe I'm playing Washington, if I remember correctly. The character. No, he wasn't like as messed up as other individuals were back in the day. Like he kind of had his own way of working. Okay, come on. Oh, do we get help? Yeah, we got him to move. Haha.
Hi, David Glenn. How you doing?
Oh, what
Hello.
up, Dave? Dave's my homie.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome.
Representing here. We're talking about Starship Troopers. You know the deal already. You know, it's not like the book is not like the commie flick we saw in the theaters, although a great movie, fun movie, but not as great as the book.
Oh yeah, the book was way better. The book had a lot of darkness to it, but I do like the idea of, hey, you want to serve the good, you want to do right, you want to get your stuff. Sure, here you go.
Like, Chief, quick interruption. That's
Yo.
not George Washington. That's Thomas Jefferson.
Was that Jefferson?
Yeah, because the costume's literally called Jefferson.
Oh, it is Jefferson. I apologize. I thought that was Washington. My bad.
Still founding father, but yeah.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, the most horniest of founding fathers.
Franklin.
It's Ben Franklin.
Was that Franklin?
Ben
Oh,
Franklin
yeah.
was the womanizer. In fact, that's why he came to the Americas, is because of his past in France.
Oh boy.
He was the original MILF hunter.
Mm-hmm.
He was the OG hag maxer, if you will.
All right, let's see what Jefferson has as a power move. We're fighting a.
Throw a crate of tea at the guy.
I don't know. We're gonna see what he get. We're gonna see what this guy does here. Oh, he throws daggers and a pen.
Oh, the power of the pen is mightier.
Yeah.
Yep, that's kind of cool. So, yeah, it's an interesting franchise in a lot of ways. Where they did, I sort of liked how they did a lot of the stuff for this. Like, he had an idea and he had a world he wanted to create. Like, the bugs are only separate. Like, keep in mind, most of the fights with the bugs, they are mentioned in the book, but they are so separate to the original thing. Like, they really are. Oh, he's writing the Declaration of Independence.
They're a collectivist society, and that's, you know, one key element. The bugs, apparently, I get not quite clear on this, but they seem to be a bit more intelligent in the book. Like, I mean, yes, they still have that hive mind, and it's still controlled by the mother brain, but they seem to have a little bit more going on in their heads when we led to believe in the movie.
Yeah, because they had the regular attackers. They had ones that had gunpowder armor. They had groups, like, they even had allies and stuff. The famous, what are they called there? The Blues.
The skinnies or blues?
The Skinnies, the Skinnies, I apologize. The skinnies.
That's like one.
Yeah. What?
No, just like one element right there, right out of the starting gate. They're conducting a mission against the skinnies, and the soldier is concerned about avoiding collateral damage, and they got to get to the LZ or the extraction zone within a timely manner. And later on in the book, our relationship with the skinnies changed because the bigger adversary is worth dealing with. So it kind of reflects some of our own past foreign policy, where adversaries become allies.
Yep. Yeah, because eventually you have to take that consideration when you're dealing with what they're dealing with. And I kind of like the fact that they had this way of thinking about it with that book. And like I said, he really did. Like, I've talked to a lot of guys. I even when I brought this up with Bob, I said, if you want a book on military, this is one of the most military sci-fi book you're ever gonna fucking read. And, after Bob read it, you kind of felt the same way, right? Like, after you listened to the audiobook?
Yeah. The only thing that annoys me is I don't remember a lot from the book. But yeah, I listened to the audiobook, but there's not a whole lot I remember. I remember the side dog.
Yeah.
I think, what was it?
Well, you could have listened to it. Well, you had plenty of time to listen to this.
Well,
I don't know.
I got one area in the book that differs drastically, and in the movie, you see Mr. Dubois. I think he's played by Michael Ironside, maybe, and or at least one of his. Okay, it's the right guy. Yeah. So basically, like, it's just like a boring professor with his prosthesis. I don't remember if he had a war injury in the class, but in the book, he definitely has a war injury, and even like just moral philosophy lectures are expounded upon in great detail in the book, and that's where I think the meat and potatoes in this book really are at some points.
Yeah, it is a very moral conversation. That's like, again, as a fan of the franchise, as someone who likes the thing, and I'm not a big fan of everything that they did, especially the movie. I'm definitely not a fan of compared to other stuff. I think
the funniest part. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're not done. Go ahead.
No, that's the thing about it. The funny thing about the movie is I have a love-hate relationship with the movie. I get what the movie's trying to do, but I'm not a fan of that part of the movie. But I am a fan of the... Yeah, my controls are not having fun with me today. You wonder why I keep stopping. That's why the controls keep... I'm fighting the controls today. Yeah. I have a sinking suspicion that my Steam is fucked with my controls again. Okay. So, but anyway, like I said, it's interesting because of the idea. Like, they basically threw out all the ideals and went complete, militant communist system, in a lot of ways. And the funny thing about that is, what makes that amusing is he still technically failed at writing the stuff to be darker, or he just kind of fucked up.
It felt more like a sci-fi comedy. I'm not gonna lie. The movie.
It really did. I know, but the funny thing is he kind of fucked up. It's still a good system if you think about it. Like, a lot of people, how my friend.
The thing I was gonna mention.
What?
Relating to the movie. Was one thing that blows people's arguments out of the water of, it's this type of government, it's the fascist dictatorship, you can't think or do anything for yourself, you must sacrifice yourself to the state. Yeah. The ethics teacher, during, I believe, a gala or some sort of party, tells the protagonist, is like, hey, you are your own person, and whenever you come of age and have to make that decision, that is your decision to make. You would never hear that in a totalitarian state. No.
It literally, he has a huge argument with his old man about that, what are you going to do as, his old man does not want him to join. And remember, he joins because his friend joins. And that's the thing. That's the other thing they did different. He goes because of pussy in the other
Both ways are ways people join. If it ain't an immediate war effort, then yeah, that's usually how it happens if you don't already have family that is military.
Yeah.
Because for my family, it's tradition. At least one person of each generation has at least been in the military in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is a lot of family thing. Like even the thing with him wanting to, what originally happens is he wants to work for, he first wants to be a dog guy, and they're like, yeah, you can't be a dog guy, like, because like he just doesn't have the same, energy that the dog guys have, so he just kind of fails that. I kind of find that funny because it's like, as much as he wants to be that guy who does all the extra stuff, he unfortunately can't. And it's like he ends up being a grunt. He ends up being a gorilla. Now, for those that don't know, a gorilla is is those who wear the giant power armor super suits. They're technically the grunts in the franchise. And they have that's the funny thing, because a lot of the soldiers in the story arc, they're like they look at him, he's like, no, you're gonna be an officer one of these days. No, you're gonna be an officer. You have to be an officer. That's kind of how it is, eh? Like they kind of have that feel.
What do you mean by that?
Well, because they all tell him they all tell him that he's gonna rise up as an officer. He's gonna have more power. He's gonna be more authoritative.
What is that, based on personality or performance?
Yeah, they know he's gonna rank up, but he's gonna always be a gorilla. He's gonna be he's always gonna be an army boy. They make that reference constantly in the book.
Yeah, maybe that's what Ops was trying to get me to do. Motherfucker was always on my shoulder.
Yeah, probably saw potential.
And that was the part that pissed me off. I would never join something as dirty as the officer corps. I'm not a sir. I work for a living.
Yeah, but he saw the humbleness. Maybe that's kind of what they did with them. He even though he's like, oh no, I'm just gonna stay for my 3 years. I'm done. Like he's done after a year. And that's the other thing. Even in a time of war, legitimately, you can leave service anytime you want. How often do you hear that in a fucking
in a totalitarian state? No.
Yeah.
Though there are also stipulations to that also apply to our real world thing. Like if you are in an active combat zone, you cannot say I give up now. It's like, no, that is desertion.
No.
But if you are not on a current front, and let's say you're on like a shore leave or shore duty, and you say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I've seen too much. Okay.
Yep.
In the modern military, we don't really do that. Unless you go postal and you absolutely lose your shit and start being a hazard to yourself and others, that's the only reason they would ever pull you out.
Yeah. Like that.
Starship Troopers is more lenient with the fact of I give up. Here's a little dick drawing. This is my signature.
Yep. Yeah. Like the only franchise, but you have to do your 3 years. After your 3 years, you don't have to do shit. It's as far as they're concerned, you've done your part. And I actually like that. I don't think I've ever seen that and like I said, this is why I kind of laugh at how people make fun, like, oh, it's a heavy militant. It's like, no, you can leave anytime. They let you go.
Now, the system I like is their voting system.
Yeah.
I respect the shit out of that because how can you make decisions on a subject if you know nothing about the subject that you make decisions for?
I hate to say it.
If you don't have at least something on the line, who are you to dictate what happens here?
And that's kind of why I like the moral philosophy lectures, because like it's instilling this in the potential soldiers of the future. It's trying to make sure that you're not just going to be hiring people who hold rifles. You want to make sure they actually have some kind of moral core.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what you want in your decision makers.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of agree.
Nowadays, I dare say, modern military, too much office politics. Way too many office politics. That shit needs to go.
Yeah.
Even in the enlisted fields. I can understand for the little tea parties that the officer corps has. Okay, sure, whatever. They're officers. But for enlisted to have this little, like, high school, oh, I like him because of X, Y, and Z, even though this guy busts his ass working and runs circles around everyone else.
Yeah.
And then you had the DEI stuff thrown in, which made it even worse mess. It's just the
we're not gonna get
like, I know. I'm leaving it there. But if any of my nieces or nephews plan on joining, the first tip I'm going to give them is understand how to do office politics. Yes, just like that 9 to 5 where you're having water cooler talk, same shit, different area.
Yeah, which is really sad if you think about it, because we never, there was a time that was never a fucking thing, right?
I think it originally started back when my old man was getting in, because Grandpa never talked about that.
Yeah.
But my old man's like, oh yeah, the bureaucracy was bureaucracy. That's what you get. That's how it went. And I was like, are you, seriously?
Yep.
This time waster is something you're just okay with, of something that's supposed to be an effective working machine.
Yeah, and it doesn't
It
work
could
at
just
all.
be my autism speaking, but no, I'm not okay with that at all.
Well, they like I said, what's the first thing that happens when someone fails in the story of the Starship Troopers? Their leadership. When they fuck up, what happens? Oh,
That's
okay,
it.
I have to resign. Yeah, resign instantly. Here's a new person. They don't even they automatically go to a vote. How often do you hear that shit in anything? Like, this is why it always kind of bugged me. Like, this is why we're talking about the
modern military? Never. You want to know what happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it real.
And I'll keep it quick. All right. Sapper case, sexual assault prevention. Bad thing happens. That individual, if they aren't bumped down in rank, they're just transferred to a new command because they have buddies in the system. Like I said, office politics.
Yep, and that shouldn't be. That really shouldn't be, man. Like that's kind of why I hate the office politics of this. Like, it wasn't.
It was never supposed to be like this. But eventually, that I don't even want to call it human nature. It's just nepotism at this point.
Yeah.
A guy knows a guy. I mean, hell, my best friend would tell me cases of an E7 who would always fail his PFT, but because he had a buddy who is on the other side of, what would you call it? Like the monitors. They make sure you do your push-ups, make sure you do your squats, sit-ups, all that shit. Make sure you do your run-in time. Even though he failed it and never passed it for the past 6 or 7 years he's been in, because he has a buddy in the system, it's just waved away and it's like, yep, he passed. Meanwhile, the guy looks like a tub of shit rolling around in khaki.
Yeah, which shouldn't be. That shouldn't be a thing, Like in Starship Troopers, they really do make a point that no, you are, you're legit. Like, you gotta do what you're gonna do. Like, they will throw you out of the service because they don't need. Like, and in a way, I kind of like the fact that they don't need you. But as long as you serve your 3 years, man, you can leave anytime. Like, he could have quit. Like, when he had his date with that one girl, he could have fucked off, and he could have quit. Now that's the only thing I thought was interesting about that, and I kind of get what the game plan was with that idea of having the girl kind of do that. My theory is they incorporate a breeding pool thing for soldiers and shit. So when soldiers because he had never had a relationship with a girl, and he had been in service for over I can't remember how many years, but it had been a while. And all he did was see active combat. That's my only complaint with that. You actually see firsthand that no, these guys are lifetime combat. And the other thing the movie got wrong was the whole male-female thing. That never ever would exist. That was an excuse to show to show sex, to show nudity. That's the only reason that was in there. Right?
Titties sell.
Yeah, titties sell. That's what the movie
titties
was.
sell, but young people are stupid. We do stupid things. Sometimes we don't even know why we do it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why they did that. There's no freaking way.
That wasn't I forget how the movie put it. Was it separated birthings, or was it same rack kind of birthing?
I don't know.
The females would have their racks where they sleep, and the men would have their racks where they sleep, separated birthing.
No, in the book, no, they didn't even have racks. No, those women were legit, male and female were in the actual same core. Period. There was nothing in the movie. They were always together. The only time they ever switched out, the only time they switched out was in later movies, and later incarnations from that movie, they did. But
okay, so it was not a split birthing. It's I also respect that too, because at the end of the day, granted, I don't see people the same way as other people do. We're all meat. Sorry, that's just the way I put it. We have a job to do, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, but that was more his own personal agenda that creator had created.
Yeah, no matter how much you want to have equality, you can't beat human nature. We are dimorphic like that.
Yeah.
One thing we can't fight.
Yeah, but that was him. That was he was kind of that type of way. That was kind of the guy who worked on the movie. Very similar to how the original Doom movie, David Lynch got his hands on that. And he's like, oh fuck that shit, I'm just gonna do this. That's kind of what he did. Now that made an interesting thing. But you know who actually did the book right? If we're getting into adaptations, the Japanese, who actually absolutely love Starship Troopers.
Oh, enlightened people.
Dude, I'll be real. Besides the romance plot, fucking loved Yamato. It's just because of how real it was.
Yep.
It's I can see this as being a functioning vessel with all these people in it.
Yeah. A lot of people can. That's what made Yamato very interesting in a lot of ways. But no, that's kind of the Japanese absolutely love it. And that's kind of what I liked about this franchise in a lot of ways. They really did absolutely have a hard love to the series that you just never saw in Starship. Like Starship Troopers was really good for that, and people think about it. Here's this foreign book. You figure the Japanese wouldn't like it. Oh, they loved it. And they created there's a huge anime based off this. It's not long, but there's enough to actually think. And they actually do the power armor and the ride armor and all that shit. It's all there.
Oh, is that also the 3D animated one?
No. There actually is an old school anime. Old anime. A lot of people don't know it exists.
Predates the movie?
Yeah. There's an old anime that exists that's out there.
Now, Chief, was this on a pictogram or a floppy disk?
No. This is legitimate.
I'm just fucking with you.
I would go as far as saying this. I would say Starship Troopers would be the response. I think Gundam, the idea of Gundam is legitimately what Starship Troopers, where Astro Boy is clearly the robot, helped create the robot genre in Japan. I would say Starship Troopers helped create the original Universal Century Gundam. I think it inspired it.
Okay.
Yep.
Like you're saying, just the concepts of the warfare, not necessarily the factions at war.
No, it was, no, because the factions at war were basically World War II, if you could, let's be fucking honest.
Sieg Zeon. Char did nothing wrong.
Yeah. That was legitimately, let's be painfully honest, that's legit what they did with that. And I'm not against that. I think
that's kind of the same thing with Yamato, at least with the Gamelons.
Yeah.
That was kind of the vibe I was getting with the Gamelon Empire. It's like I saw them as Blue Zeon.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even down to the ship designs and the olive drab that they all wore, it's like, oh boy, Zeon.
Yep.
Am I crazy for that?
No, you're not. It's a tough deal. Like Yamato came out first, so probably not, if I remember correctly.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying, like, just the uniforms, the war machines they have is the same colors. Like the Zaku's and the Gamelon war vessels are both like olive drab.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we got these pseudo Germany in the 1940s, but in space.
Yeah. Yeah, they did have that feel. But Starship Troopers, like even the uniforms technically wouldn't be like that's the one thing about that movie. I like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with that movie. That movie, I love it for some of the stuff it did, but I hate it for others. Like it's one of those movies where I'm like,
Oh, dude. I love when people attack the uniforms. It's like, see, they're a totalitarian. They're bad because they have snazzy uniforms. Like, motherfucker, have you ever seen the Russians? Have you seen the French uniforms?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the Swiss Guard? You want snazzy, flashy uniforms? Go to the Swiss Guard.
Yeah.
Go to Landsknechts if you want to go way back in time. Having a good-looking uniform does not dictate what society you're in. Just proves you have a sense of fashion.
Got a fun glitch there for a second there. No, but that's the thing. Like, I find it amusing that they did that because no, that's not true. That's not what the. As much as I don't want to, I need a healer.
Also, I'm kind of going off of the modern takes that CinemaSins had. So this isn't a straw man. This is like legit the points that CinemaSins made, and it's like, dude, you're just talking out of your ass now.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard that complaint multiple times. I've heard that complaint multiple times. That they're fascists. I'm like, no. Actually, the sad thing is, even the book, even the movie fucks it up because it's not a fascist state. Like you watch that, it's like no. Like they try to create other stuff to make it more fascist as time goes on. Like they try to add stuff to make it more fascist. But the funny thing is no, it's actually not that fascist compared to other things. It's just kind of amusing though.
I always gotta love how people side with essentially the Zerg or the Borg.
Oh my god.
Like this mentality of they're fighting the hive mind. They must be the bad guys. And it's like, why are you siding with the hive mind? You like your individualism, yet you want to be on the side of the hive mind. But the hive mind, you are not an individual. You are merely an extension.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, we're gonna move on now to the actual, like, the main movie, how America treated Starship Troopers compared to the other.
And, after the movie, I kind of want to talk about the video game because the video game is based off of the movie with the armor.
Both yes and no.
Yeah, but
they kind of mesh it
because it's not. There's no gorilla suits in the video game. It's just you take the mobile infantry armor and you modify it a little bit for each of the classes.
Yep. Well, we got a lot of media to go through, actually, Starship Troopers. Like, a lot of media.
Did you upgrade your clown?
Yes. Well, no, I don't think I did. I think he's just... The neon lights are actually affecting the way the clown looks.
Okay. Very colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you throw that bus full of people.
No, it's a bus full of candy, but yeah.
Sorry, it just looked like a bunch of people in that bus.
But yeah, so like I said, we're gonna get to the first. So the first movie. Okay, DJ, what were your thoughts on the very first movie?
Right off the bat, it was kind of like a fun popcorn flick, but other than that, you know, for a long time I only knew it on a superficial basis. I mean, I just saw it as like popcorn flick. I made fun of it compared to Star Trek because everything, you know, is worse than Star Trek. But in all seriousness, you know, I liked the way they did some of the work. I like the practical models they used. I like the you know, like the what do you call those things? Like just the way that, like when the ship broke in half and you could see the decks, that was really cool, you know. But
yeah,
other than that, outside of that, like when I read the book, it was like I opened my eyes. I actually read Starman Jones before reading Starship Troopers. That was my first taste of like Heinlein's writing, and that's like a really short book that is easy to understand and absorb and basically memorize all of the high points on. But when I read Starship Troopers, I was quite, maybe not literally blown away, but I was blown away. And I mean, I'll just give you one example, like that, you know, Mr. Dubois and his, you know, Michael Ironside's moral philosophy lectures. He's basically, you know, Rico is writing about, or talking about how, you know, he's kind of falling asleep in class and, you know, he's kind of like being called on it to answer questions. And it's not that Dubois is just being a pain in the ass. He sees something in him. And we learn this as the book goes on. We find out that he did indeed see something in Rico, but at the time he thought he was just a pain in the ass. And he says to him, let's see, he asks, if you can't look it up, perhaps you can tell the class whether value is relative or absolute. So basically, he answers the question. I just didn't see any reason to not listen with eyes closed and spine, but his question caught me out. I hadn't read it that day's assignment. An absolute, I answered, guessing. Wrong, he said coldly. Value has no meaning other than in relation to living things, living beings. The value of a thing is always relative to a particular person. It is completely personal and different in quantity for each living human. Market value, quote, is a fiction, merely a rough guess at the average of personal values, all of which must be quantitatively different, or trade would be impossible. And he goes into parentheses. I had wondered what father would have said if he had heard that market value, if he heard market value called a fiction, because his father was a big business guy. Snort in disgust, I guess, probably. Then he goes on to say, this very personal relationship, value, in quotes, has two factors for a human being. First, what he can do with a thing, use to him. Second, what he must do to get it, its cost to him. There's an old song which asserts that the best things in life are free. Are free? Not true. Utterly false. This was the tragic fallacy which brought on the decadence and collapse of democracies of the 20th century. Those noble experiments failed because people had been led to believe that they could simply vote for whatever they wanted and get it without toil, without sweat, without tears. Nothing of value is free. Excuse me. Even the breath of life, if purchased at birth only through gasping effort, is only, at birth only through gasping. I misread that. Even the breath of life is purchased at birth only through gasping effort and pain. He had, and that's basically so just like right there, you know, he had been still looking at me and added, if you boys and girls had to sweat for your toys the way a newly born baby has to struggle for, damn it. Well, you get the idea though. You would be happier and much richer. As it is, with some of you, I pity the poverty of your wealth. You, I've just awarded you the prize for the 100-meter dash. Does it make you happy? I suppose so. No dodging, please. And basically pointing out that, no, it has no value. You didn't do the 100-meter dash. But the part that, I don't, like, it speaks to that value is something that is an overriding concept to me. Like, and even in a communist economy, you're always going to have a free market or a black market or something. Like, the state can try to dictate value. You can vote on what things are worth. You can do all of that, but at the end of the day, value is a fiction, and it's sort of dictated by the individual wants and needs of people who participate in the economy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it always causes that problem. Like, there's always been that. Like, good example of this is, what basically was the end result of Russia for a large portion of years. What did they accomplish when it was all said and done? Well, what they accomplished was creating a crime syndicate that exists to this day that is so massive, it's never really fundamentally ever disappeared. Like, it's legitimately, at this point, there's a lot of people that say, who runs Russia? Okay, the government runs Russia. Who runs the cities? The mafia.
He's got a better question for you.
Yeah.
So your initial question of what has Russia achieved? What has Russia achieved without capitalists? That's another great question.
That is. Like I said, the communist...
Because they effectively would not have a military or tanks if we didn't send the architect of Detroit to help them get their shit together back in World War II.
Yeah. That's the funny thing. Like, they became more of a... There's a lot more issues with that. We're not going to get too much into that because, then we're going to be talking about the communist value system.
I know, but it's just something I thought I'd throw out there because you're talking about what did they achieve. What could they achieve without us is another great question.
Well, we're not going to... Like I said, we'll get... That's its own couple worms.
No, I'm going to leave it for the people. I'm going to let them think about it, and no answers, no questions.
That's the thing about Starship Troopers. That's the thing about Starship Troopers. Now, when it comes to the actual, like, what the movie had created, oh no, like, it's funny because it had fundamentally failed at what his goal was.
You always gotta love those stories.
Yeah.
Of some individual being so vindictive that through their own hubris, they still fail at what their original goal was.
Yeah, it's a militant. That's basically what it is. It's not really, like, this idea that it's a communist state. It's not really communism. Like, it's not. And, like, the idea... Like, and that's I don't really understand. Like, it's kind of amusing. He kind of fucked up so bad. It kind of made me chuckle in a way.
And now it's meme material for the rest of days.
Yep. It's been meme material since.
Yeah, I mean, hell. Every time the Catman and I play Monster Hunter, he always quotes the Starship Troopers because at the end of mission, it's like, who got the parries, who got the power clashes, who healed the most. Catman has nothing, so he's always quoting, I did my part, and then he skips to another meme, I didn't do shit. But yeah, Starship Troopers, even to our most recent streams to Monster Hunter, we've been quoting it.
Yeah, it's like I said, I love Starship Troopers. I think it's actually for that part of the movie kind of makes me chuckle because as much as they tried, and boy did he try to make it something more, he failed miserably. I kind of find that funny. And so that's kind of my laugh about Starship Troopers. It's sort of kind of like that. Now let's continue on with American Starship Troopers. So after the first movie, I don't know if this came out first or second, but you had
Wait.
yourself a Starship Trooper. Go ahead.
American Starship Troopers. The property was innately American.
No, I'm saying American as the Japanese made their own American.
Okay. I was about to say the writer was American.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that after the American write-off, like how the Americans created Starship Troopers, you start getting the first movies. Now, I'm not sure, Bob. Look up when the first cartoon TV show came out in America, because I don't know if there's Starship Troopers TV show that existed.
Uno momento, por favor.
Yep. Because if I remember correctly, the movie...
99, Season 1, Roughneck, Starship Troopers Chronicles.
Yep.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, that went on for a while, if I remember. How many seasons did that actually get?
Well, looks like I think only one season was showing here.
Really? I remember it being more than one season.
Yeah, it aired from August 30th, 99 to April 5th, 2000.
Okay. Hell, the Godzilla TV show lasted longer? I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, because I won't lie. There's more to explore with Starship Troopers than there is with Godzilla. Because it's not just guys fighting. Like with that feature, there's also philosophy to be thrown in there.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Godzilla one's just a monster of the week.
Like for a younger demographic, I can see as like, you know, it's something fun. Monster fight monster. Who doesn't enjoy that as a kid?
Yeah. They literally went the way of the old school stuff where, you know, it's like the guy ended up you know, they go to a type of future and, you know, oh, I might have lost this one. Yeah, I lost this fight. Shit.
Oh my god. I'm actually looking right here at the Starship Troopers anime.
Yeah.
That gorilla suit unironically looks like the GM sniper.
Yeah. Oh, it looks good though. Like, I'm honestly,
it
that's probably
does.
my favorite one.
It does, but it looks like a GM sniper. Maybe GM Sniper 2.
Yeah. But Starship Troopers was kind of interesting for that thought process that they had with it, where it really was... They had their own way of stuff. But like I said, it did follow the book almost better than anything else did. Because the book is a war journal of Rico. That's all it is. Like, they actually don't even explain if Rico's still alive or not, or did he die in the story. Like, we don't know if Rico's still alive at the end of that one. But yeah, I remember the movie quite well. That it was... I remember the cartoon quite well for that, because it was kind of a fun little aside to the franchise. And it had its own thing. I don't know, DJ, did you watch the cartoon, the CG cartoon at all? Did we lose DJ?
I hope not. DJ, you there?
Yeah. Something must happen. Oh well. When he comes back, he comes back. Oh, BRB. Yeah, he's gone for a bit.
Okay. But yeah, Chief, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in the, I think, general. and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I 100% believe you that this inspired Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yep.
The comparisons are uncanny.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Gorilla, and here's the GM Sniper Custom.
Yeah, dude, I know.
Listen, look how close that is.
Yeah, I know. I actually know because I've watched it.
I know. Hey, man, let me have my moment.
Yeah, okay.
Come on. This is a young man making a new discovery for the first time in his life. Don't you feel the magic in that?
Should have known already, kid.
Single tear. Hey, sorry. I'm sorry the cartoon came out when I was first fucking born. My bad. Sorry, I was still a fucking fetus. But yeah, when DJ Ronnie comes back, you can take a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all ears here. Yeah, so I got just jumping across rooms here. But so how old is this cartoon now? You saying you got this on the video screen here somewhere?
No. So what I did was in the general chat, I posted the anime Gorilla Suit of Starship Troopers, and then a Gunpla model of the GM Sniper Custom.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Look how close that is.
Here we go, trying to roll. Oh, whoa, what the fudge? Yeah, they look nearly identical. Like, I've even seen the GM Sniper in green before.
Alright, I have to actually legitimately...
Yeah, because they had the GM Sniper. The GM Sniper 2 is the one that's blue. And then the GM Sniper Custom is the one that looks closer to this, but it's like, yeah, I could definitely see how Starship Troopers inspired some of the mobile suits. Absolutely.
Okay, as much as I don't want to, I have to, I'm going to have to show this to the chat, because you guys are making too much of a... Okay, window capture, I'm going to have to go into this. Go into downloads. Great TV show, by the way. There we go.
I gotta see if it's on Crunchyroll, honestly.
It's not on Crunchyroll. I actually put where you can watch it. It's in our TV. It's in our archive.
Okay.
Here. Okay, so window.
Honestly, when it comes to animes like that, drop the romance plot and write believable characters in a believable setting. You have me on board. Yamato would be so much better for me. Just drop the romance plot. And it'd be perfect. In my eyes.
Yeah.
In fact, I was actually thinking about watching season 2 of Yamato Space Voyagers. The 2202, I think it was.
Okay, should it show up? Okay, that should be. There we go. Don't mind the whole photo backup, but here I'm gonna fix this up in a second here, boys. 1 second.
Start hearing like duct tape noises. Just
That's
peeling it
right.
off the roll.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, now I can see the Starship Troopers one.
Yeah, the monkey is working. The monkeys are working. Oh shit. I can't do that. Okay, well.
You trying to do like a side by side?
Yeah, I am. I'm just having a little bit of a fight here. Give me a sec here.
Yeah, no problem.
That's it. No, that's not it. Shit, wrong window. Oops. Wrong one. Delete that. Remove. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna have to open up a new window capture here. Ah! No. Bad. Discard. It's fighting me. Bad. Bad image. Okay. Browse. There we go. It took a couple minutes. Yeah, so there you go. Look at how close that is. Sorry about that, guys. It's fighting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is so close.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to just remove. Boop. Remove window capture.
Oh, it's so uncanny.
It really is. So I'm
Yeah, it almost feels like we're peering into alternate realities.
Yeah, now that that's done, I can go back to that. There you go. Yeah, no, those are looking exactly the same. Like, it's crazy how well those look.
Speaking of which, I had to see if there's a model shop near where I live so I can pick up some gunplas. Just as a little hobby I could have on the side.
They're so expensive now, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, but typically expensive ones are like, what is it? The newer stuff, if that makes sense.
No, even
like
the old stuff, even the old stuff, Bob.
Like what I'm saying is, I'm not looking for the ancient shit, but I'm also not looking for things that are like Iron Blood Orphans and up. Like just a Zaku 2.
Yeah, no,
I'm probably able to get like a Zaku 2 for like $30.
Yeah. Hello, Captain Rumpanda. Welcome. We were talking about Starship Troopers. So yeah, did you see the cartoon, DJ Ronnie? For Starship Troopers?
I think DJ's still running around right now.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, this cartoon is actually it's a good cartoon. I do believe it had an ending too. It wasn't something that was just completely like, oh, it existed and then didn't. Although this actually did have an effective ending. This did have like a lot to it. Like it wasn't something that was completely blindsided. And that's what kind of made it kind of interesting that they did that. That's one of the few franchises I remember that did that. It was actually kind of unique and different. Yeah, I'm at 390 now. 10 more and we're 400. Then we got the second movie. The second movie was, for those that don't know, the second movie is basically, how to put it, it's crappy Starship Troopers. Like, it is literally kind of a weird confusion. Like, I don't know where they were going with that movie. It's one of those where I'm like, what were you thinking? That's the best way to put it. I'm not a fan of that movie at all. Like, they really fucked up in my opinion, personally. Oh, I got knocked out already? Holy shit. Yeah, no, it's kind of funny how they had the movie was just kind of like right there. It was kind of over the top, and they really did have this wild way of operating the movie and how the movie worked. Wow, these guys are kicking my butt. Okay, I'm gonna use my power up here. And yeah, it's basically Rico gets betrayed. At the end of the movie, he's kind of like, well, you know, I still support the arm. I still support the organization. And I'm like, why would you support this? You know, like, they betrayed you in the end. They really did. Like, they fucked with him.
Oh, and you're talking about like this new rendition in the second movie?
No, this is the second movie. Yeah, the second movie, they legitimately betrayed him. And at the end of the movie, he's like, yeah, well, I got betrayed, but that's okay. And it's like, why?
Why
is that okay? Yeah.
Why would the Federation
Because he has a sense of duty.
Yeah.
No, like, even so, why would the Federation leave one of Why would they do that?
Yes, we are talking about the second
level...
movie.
Yeah, with the level of integrity that they have...
The second live action.
In the society, is like, why would they leave Rico behind to die?
Yeah, no, they hang Rico in the second movie, if I remember correctly. It's either the second or the third. This is where I don't like Star Troopers at all, and I actually don't remember.
You dissociated.
Yeah, oh no, I didn't like it at all.
Oh, Captain. Hello, Orc. Got like 30 minutes before class. Hey, 390 subs, nice.
Yep.
Yep, live movie or anime take place. Yeah, that's true. They don't match up.
They really don't. And that's why we're kind of talking about it, because it really is this non-match.
Oh, speaking of which, Captain, I want to send you something. We showed it earlier in the live stream, but I'm just going to DM it to you real quick. It feels uncanny how close the Starship Troopers anime gorilla suit is to the GM sniper from Mobile Suit Gundam. You should be receiving these soon, Captain. Yeah, just because I got a direct link to you. Other than that, I hope your classes go well, man.
Hope it's smooth sailing.
Other than that, there's not really much to talk about of this second live action. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there. Sorry, Chief.
Yeah.
Mixing up ranks again. There I go.
I'm legitimately was learning a move, so I had to stop and read.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, there's not really much to talk about with the second action movie, because I've never seen the second live action movie.
Well, I always mix up the second and third movie, but I just like that they had the mechs in the movie. Not that, you know, it was the bright, shining symbol of them, but what Verhoeven, failed to, or didn't bother to portray, at least they had it. But, yeah, I mean, like, that doesn't say a whole lot. Other than that, it felt like a straight-to-DVD movie. I think it was.
It was a straight-to-DVD movie, if I remember correctly. Like, they did fail it miserably. Like, it's one of those, this sucks so much. What were they thinking is the thought process?
Well, I think they ran with the totalitarian vibe. And I know you guys were talking about this a little bit earlier about why would they, like, try to betray Rico. And it was like, it's because everything's ran by the corporations, I guess. And I guess the brass are so out of touch that they prioritize optics over giving a shit about their war fighters. And that's not consistent with the Heinlein vision, but I guess it might be consistent with the Verhoeven vision.
Yeah, the Verhoeven version kind of switched it out, and it was weird how it switched it out. It's one of those situations where we were, where the main movies after a certain point were just kind of weird. And then I think after that there was one more live action, if I remember correctly. But then I believe it starts going into the CG, and that's when they brought in the power armor at long last.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Because when the power armor finally made its appearance, it was just kind of like that situation where I don't hate power armor. I think I think the idea of the power armor was always like a unique, okay. Here's the thing, big thing. I thought it was amusing that they kind of like took away the power armor and gave them these stupid ass super guns that are retardedly huge and over the top. And the one weapon that, yeah, they did. Remember, those guns are dumb. Like in Starship Trooper, those guns are right stupid.
Are we talking like EDF level stupid?
They're huge. Have you not seen the guns for Starship Troopers?
But, well, which one? Which one?
The original, like the live action movie.
Oh, those. Yeah, the
Yeah. I think that's the one. Yeah.
So those rifles, those bullpup designs with the long barrels, for the enemies they're fighting, it makes some sense. But you're going to have very limited applications for it, especially if you're tunnel fighting.
Yeah.
Because you want muzzle velocity, and I think it's supposed to fire like a 7.62 to a 30-06, like some big boy stuff. Because obviously you're shooting the thing about the size of a fucking water buffalo.
Yeah.
With
Well, I
quite
did
the
find
attitude of an angry hippo.
Yeah.
So it's for that aspect of like, okay, you're forming the line on the wall, makes sense. For close quarters fighting, you don't want a piece of stovepipe that long, especially if you're going into the caves.
Yeah, it was a bad, like, and it is kind of funny because the way the movie ends, it's like, what did Rico do in the end? Like, Rico, their heroic moment, it's like, no, another unit ended up doing it. Ironside did it before you guys. They won the day, and you guys technically did nothing. I kind of like that was kind of an amusing thought process they had with the movie, where it's like, yeah, you did kind of nothing.
What's Ironside?
That was the first movie. Michael Ironside was the guy who played the, you want to live forever, boys? That guy.
Oh, the Starship Troopers Dan Daly.
Yeah.
That's what the original quote was from. Sergeant Major Dan Daly. Come on, you sons of bitches! Do you want to live forever? Back in World War I.
Yep. But that was kind of amusing that they did that. I thought that was kind of hysterical that in the end they did nothing, and the guy who he showed up for one bit of the movie and then fucked up all the way to the end. He's like, and the way that movie ends is where they're like, he's afraid. They're afraid. It's just like, oh my god, this is so sad.
Wait,
A great movie. The ending of the first movie, they're afraid.
Yeah, something about something being sad.
But so sad how in the end the main character, the character we've been following the entire time had nothing to do with the main movie.
Oh yeah. I'm about to say it being afraid thing is like good. Good, should be afraid. Trying to fuck with us. Humanity forever.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, people tried to turn that into, it's like, see, these people work on fear. It's like, no, this is a moment that gives them hope, because to this point, they assumed the bugs had no sense of fear, and they'd just send as many bodies as they could. It's like, no, their leadership does have a sense of fear.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. They still lost the planet. They still ended up bombarding the planet. In the end, they ended up destroying the planet anyway, if I remember correctly. But that's when we start. Yeah, that's when we start getting him in, like, we get Rico in all these different, like, roles as a character. And that's kind of where we got the different role, like, you know, Rico ends up doing a lot of stuff. Like, the movie just basically, they go into the super robots after the fact. It really didn't work. Like, it's one of those, a lot of people have said the movie, the movies after 1 and 2 kind of just failed. Like, after the first movie, it's just, let's be honest, they stopped. Like, everything was, like, basically, like, I don't even think they were even on the Sci-Fi Channel. It's one of those scenarios where we're like, yeah, that just kind of sucks. So, they ended up, the movie just kind of flopped. And so that's kind of the sad thing about Starship Troopers. They sort of, where we kind of want a movie where they're like, okay, you know, this could keep going. Oh, no, it can't. This was pretty much dead. Like, the movie died at that point, like, which is really sad in my opinion. So the franchise has been dormant, except for now we got video games. So, DJ, you have some stuff to talk about video games. You've played them, right?
No, I never did. I was thinking about buying one this afternoon, but I decided to hold off on it. But I have, yeah, I'm sorry, I must have been misheard earlier. I've never played the games. Okay. I just learned about them today, but I'm quite excited to see that at least 2 of them exist on Steam, because sometime this week I would love to play those.
Yeah. Yeah, they have more love. Starship Troopers, again, for a franchise that's been around for fucking ever, it really has, like, only 2 video games. You figure this would have 4 or 5 video games, because this franchise has just been around. It's like, no, only 2. Kind of amusing if you think about it. Bob, you've played one of the games. Do you want to explain the I'm assuming you played the one that what's that called there? Not the shooter. The shooter one.
Yes, it's the massive multiplayer shooter, Starship Troopers Extermination.
Yeah. What do you think of that one?
Honestly, I'm actually thinking about re-downloading it to see if it's stabilized at all, but it doesn't even have to be Starship Troopers, and I already like the concepts that it has as just a shooter game. Like, being able to build fortifications, it's not just your squad, but it's the entire player base that collects and shares resource to build up fortifications. So that can also have its own issues. Some people can be a bit anal retentive about how the fortifications should be built, but I'm a simple man. I just find an open area where people already built walls and put up an MG turret.
Yeah.
But they have different classes. The closest thing you'll have to the gorilla suit is like the heavy trooper. And the most advanced piece of kit they have is kind of like a barricade they could put up that acts as a piece of both cover and stabilizes your weapon.
Yeah.
Each of the classes, some of them are kind of superfluous. Like, 2 of the classes feel so similar that it's like, why pick between either one? I think it was the Ranger and some other class that just felt so similar that you might as well just pick one or the other or someone else. I think it was like the Assault and the Ranger. Because like the Assault / basic infantryman and the Ranger had the same exact kit, except the Ranger has like a little boost pack, so you could do like little lateral dodges and have increased mobility. And I think like one other primary weapon difference. Mm-hmm. My favorite class is actually the Engineer, but that's because on top of having the material resource, you have these little canisters that you turn in from the harvester. You can figure they're kind of like Command & Conquer. You have the crystals. It's the resource. but you gotta have a way to turn it into the main base.
Yeah.
And the engineer has this little caddy or frame where what you can do is instead of having your hands full, you can put that canister in that little caddy kind of at the back of your waist and have another canister in your hands. So you can do the job of two people with just the engineer. And also the engineer can build fortifications like at reduced cost.
Yeah.
The most recent addition they had, which is kind of why I wanted to download the game, is the cameraman. Because on top of building the structures, the cameraman is there to get war bonds. So you take films of war footage, and with more war bonds allows you to get better and better fortifications, like higher grade turrets, higher grade walls, shit like that. So it's an interesting way to have the lore of, hey, this is what's currently happening on Thundafu. Join now. But also having the aspect of, it's not useless, it actually has a purpose. And it's like, okay, this feels like I'm getting into a fucking role right now.
Yeah, that actually sounds kind of cool, can I be honest? I actually do kind of like that.
Yes, the biggest issue I had with it was, on console, when it first launched, the game, like, unironically played at certain points at, like, 5 frames a second.
Yeah.
Before I knew it, I was already ran over by a fucking bug. And I was like, what the fuck?
I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
It's not
fixed it by now, because if they're having enough things to have consistent updates, then I think the game's fixed up enough. But yeah, on the Helldivers thing, I don't have as much of a gripe as the Captain had with Helldivers. It's just, hey man, just fix the connectivity, balance out some of the enemies here and there.
Well, as the Helldiver, can I be honest with you, the Helldiver thing? Mm-hmm. Like that literally is so inspired by the live action Starship Troopers. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah, the first game was absolutely Starship Troopers. The second game just added the Jingoism plus.
Yeah.
Like the first game, oh my god, if I show you a trailer of the first game, it's like weapons that are powerful, adequate, and safe. And then like whenever he says safe, the entire squad gets wiped. It's like you have this conflict of interest with the narration and the footage.
Yeah.
I love it so much, just the jingoism. Something about it. But yeah, absolutely, Starship Troopers.
Yeah. And so Starship Troopers back in the day.
But yeah, I was thinking, if I was able to do cross-platform with Captain, and maybe some of his mates, because I think there's like 5 people in a squad.
Yeah.
Play Starship Troopers today, maybe we can get some new life. Maybe do a little bit of role-playing, and it'll be a decent break from Helldivers until things get fixed.
Yeah, there's legit
it's one thing to have connectivity issues. It's another thing to have the. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was talking about Helldivers too, and he's saying there's a legit Starship Troopers event for Helldivers.
Starship Troopers event? Which one?
That's what he said. There's a game aside. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Starship Troopers Extermination.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, there's one thing to have connectivity issues. There's another thing if the game's code is such a bad connection that it bricks your system.
Yeah.
That needs a fix, because it was one thing to be for the PC side, and now it can link to consoles. And I've spent too much money on this giant forbidden taco for me to just fork over another, $600 fucking dollars? No, thank you. I love you, Helldivers. I played your first game. My service date started back in August of 2015. I've stuck with this franchise ever since. I've loved it. I've been with it through and throughout the fad. I just wanted to be given. I want it to be fixed. I just want it to be fixed so people can shut up about complaining about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. but that's something to do.
I don't think Captain complains about it as much as others. Like I heard some hissy fitting over that game not too long ago.
I just want them to fix it to a state where these people complaining about it can just shut up. I can stop seeing them all over my feed.
Number 3, the reason Helldivers fucking sucks now.
Unironically, it's just people making their fucking money off of complaining about shit. Which honestly is nothing new. I mean, hell, we're doing that now.
Baby! Did you talk about this on Fighter today? No.
Chiefs, place. Yeah.
Place. Yeah. DJ Place.
DJ Place.
DJ, get back there, please. It's funny. Like I said, I'm always happy that we're getting I'm happy Starship Troopers is getting life, but I wish it was more of the. Can I be honest? I wish they'd leave the live action movie out of it, and we just had like. I would love it if it was like based off the anime.
Yeah, I kind of want that 3D one. It was the one that it was 3D, but it looked like honestly like Final Fantasy levels of graphics. Like it was that pseudo 3D anime.
Yeah, that was actually. I believe it was from the guys who created it. It just to me, it just kind of became a love story for me, and I love. See, in short, for us, I think we're gonna call it tonight. But in short, honestly, this was a great franchise. I loved it. I like Starship Troopers. I wish there was more based off of the legit movies. I kind of not the legit movie, but the legit book. I want another Starship Troopers based off the book.
I kind of want there to be a humanoid alien faction. Like, isn't that what you said about the Skinnies? Wasn't that an alien faction they're at war with?
Yeah.
I get it. The bugs are kind of the big craze, but have other factions. That's one thing that Helldivers has going for it is it's not just bugs. You have... everybody knows them as the bots. I know them as the cyborgs, because I'm an OG person, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the Illuminate, so you have like each flavor of sci-fi. You want to fight bugs in the future? Do you want to fight cyborg/robots in the future, like Terminator? Or do you want to fight, well, basically the Covenant or XCOM aliens? You know, that kind of vibes. You have your player choice in that, and you can have fun with the sandbox that they give you.
Yeah. So, I guess we could talk about other video game adaptations. Are you still with us, DJ? Before we end it tonight?
Yeah. Actually, you got me just in time. I just finished dinner, literally, so I'm actually back.
Okay.
Oh, was it good?
So, okay. Perfect.
It was.
So
I had cod, and I had some sweet potato, really fresh sweet potato. I put a ton of butter on it, but I kind of just stopped on the coleslaw because I was chewing on it on my toothache, so I'll get that taken care of tomorrow. And the corn was alright too. I mean, it's corn. Corn is corn.
Yeah.
And
Never
probably
digest. Always ends up in your turds.
Comes out the same way it comes in. And in Starship Troopers, I imagine that. What would they eat? What would they be eating? What do they eat? MREs? Do they eat replicated rations? What do they eat?
Probably the same eggs we've been served at our chow halls.
Yeah.
It's a brick of eggs.
Oh, that's good. Eggs are important.
No.
Get taken eggs before combat?
You don't get it. So, the eggs...
Don't get, are they powdered eggs?
No, they're bricks.
They're bricks. So, think of like, you know how scrambled eggs is supposed to be like the little bits, but it's that little yellow material? Think of that, but it's a slab in a tray, and they cut out a cube with a spatula, slap it on your tray. I can see Starship Troopers eating that, because, don't get me wrong, that's still healthy food. You still get your fruits, vegetables, all that stuff. Stay away from the pudding. Okay. You will have your ass ripped if you even get a dessert.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought, is that why in Forever War, they would get this really sugary cake, and I know it's a slightly different book, but it's the same vein of thought. I know you're trying to wrap up, but in Forever War, everyone would take their cake and throw it out, and someone would give them basically like a credit. And then what they would do is they would use the sugary cake to ferment alcohol, and then you get the idea. Then people could distill alcohol.
Okay, yeah, but no, this is more so like, hey, you're in training. Why are you eating fatty food? You didn't earn your dessert. Yeah. You're supposed to be eating healthy. Oh, you're eating a donut, Private Pile? All right, everybody drop. You don't stop until Private Pile finishes his donut.
Yeah. So here's how, here in a nutshell, with Starship Troopers. Like, the last thing I was going to say, like, it has had such a legacy. Like fucking, I would go as far as saying XCOM is Starship Trooper. It has very Starship Trooper-like things.
I'd also say a little bit of Men in Black.
I would say Men in Black would have had a little bit of Starship. There's a little bit of Starship Troopers everywhere, boys.
That's
Like,
true.
let's be
That's
honest. So, yeah, in closing, Starship Troopers is a great fucking franchise. Definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a read. I'd honestly stick to the, if I was to have my picks for you guys, I'm gonna say Starship Troopers, the let's say book. Audiobook is on YouTube. You can find it. It's not hard.
I got great news. There's two versions of the audiobook. There's one by the original narrator, and they recently, like about a year or so ago, released one narrated by R.C. Bray, and he's got a much more gravelly voice that I think is appropriate for like a warfighter book.
It works, yeah, that works. And then you got your Starship Troopers. My next thing is, it's a 10-hour book, so get ready, because it is a war journal. Thank you, Aris, by the way, for putting down the links. And I'd say play the movie, watch the first movie. Maybe watch the cartoon if you find it somewhere. It's hard to find. I actually haven't seen it anywhere lately. I've been looking for it. It's not on YouTube, which is rare. Usually stuff stuff that's like disappeared is on there. And the last thing I'd say is maybe play the new video games. I heard the RTS is good.
Don't forget the 3D anime. I like that one because they actually have the gorilla suits in that one. My favorite scene, someone says a quote that the team lead liked, and his exact words back were, "I like that so much, if we make it out of here, I'm going to get that tattooed on my ass."
Yeah. The anime is a different thing, but the OG anime is okay. It's not great. But I'd like to thank everybody who listened in on our ravings and rantings about one of the greatest sci-fi fantasies of all time. Or one of the greatest sci-fi series of all time. I guess calling sci-fi fantasy is kind of, not none. One of the greatest sci-fis of all time. And be honest, there's layers to this, and I do believe, as much as they tried to ruin it with the first movie, it still works, and they're both good separate entities. So, in short, like, subscribe. We have a retro community. You find their links in the description, or you find their links in the chat if you're watching this later. Thank you, DJ Ronnie, for showing up. Thank you, Bob the Marauder.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next time on Space Geeks episode 4. So this has been going pretty good. So we'll keep this going. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, I believe, for the Horrible Mornings Mystic Quest continuation. See you guys later. Bye.
Farewell.